What is good, people? So here we go. The check-in. So more dieting. Week 17 of the diet now. I did say last week that it was going to be prolonged a little bit, not like massive amounts more dieting, but another 2 or 3 weeks and just keep chipping away while it's going as well as it is. And we have had another very successful week indeed. So another £1.50 off on average, which brings me to, we've hit the 161, so £161, which I know some of you are probably thinking, yeah, now that is small. But I've always struggled to gain weight, and actually around about the sort of £160 mark is where I feel pretty good. My food is in a decent spot at that level. I hold a decent bit of leanness. I hold a decent bit of muscle tissue. Performance is good, and £160 ish is just about what feels really nice and comfortable for me. So we're approaching that mark, which is going to be just in time for a little bit of growth before we go on holiday. But yeah, I'll bring the pictures up just so you can have a little look. As ever, definitely leaner again this week. Definitely noticing things happen. This week has been very much a sort of solid on-plan week in terms of food. So like no high days. It's just been straight through. Around about 1,800 calories on my non-training days, 2,000-ish on my training days. Haven't missed a beat this week, even when we've been out. There's been a lot going on. It's been absolutely baking, as I'm sure you can appreciate. We were out on Saturday, most of the afternoon, for something in France, national festival called Fête de la Musique, which is a pretty cool festival. So every sort of town will have its own take on it, but pretty much everywhere we'll just have lots and lots of live music. Because it happened to fall on a Saturday this year, it meant that stuff was happening in the day. So we were out, most of the afternoon, managed to catch some music, but also managed to get home before Louis needed to go to bed. In previous years, we've done, we've gone out and had stuff where we've gone out all evening, and it quite often kicks off quite late on like an ordinary day. And actually it would, stuff would have been happening right late into the evening. So if we wanted to stay out, if we wanted to do, be out for all hours, we could have done. Last year we were out pretty late. Lara was pretty heavily pregnant at that stage. But yeah, this time it was, weird actually, because last year she would have been 8 months pregnant, about a month away from having Louis. And then this year having him with us at not far off 11 months old was just one of those slightly strange and surreal moments. But no, it was nice, really good to get out, and just see things that were going on. And yeah, just had a good time. But yeah, as I say, progress pictures are looking good. I've checked, I'll be checking in tomorrow. So just making sure that everything's in a good spot. We'll get those pictures up once I've checked in, so you can have a little look over those. Making sure that we're in a good spot, and then once we've been through that process, once I've got the check-in reply back, I'll let you know the plans. But I suspect, and I could be wrong, I suspect it might just be another consistent week, because while things are happening, while we're progressing well, while like I say, fat's coming off, energy's good, not necessarily any reason to make any drastic changes. So I suspect it'll be a relatively normal one, but we shall see. So keep posted. If you're anything like me and you could kill a cactus, this is pretty impressive. So this is pretty much what we're getting every day at the moment. Raspberries, strawberries, like whole big Tupperwares full of them. They taste absolutely delicious, let me tell you. So very proud of what the garden is doing at the moment. And just in case anyone wanted proof that I kill cacti, look at the state of that. Absolutely horrendous. So there we have it. Check-in sent, reply received, and as expected, no changes. Coach is very happy indeed. And I think that just goes to show sometimes where, you need to bounce that off someone else. I mean, I didn't expect there to be any changes, but just having that someone else independent there to just confirm that and just make sure, yeah, I agree, can be really important. And where I would actively encourage anyone, even if you are a coach, being coached is one of the best ways that you can learn. So as I say, everything good, all happening and staying as normal for another week. That means that probably next week is going to be the last week of dieting. So That will take us to, how long will that be? 18 weeks? I think 18 weeks of dieting. So about 4 months, maybe just slightly over. And if we see another, pound, pound and a half, 2 pounds come off like we have done, it will bring us to a grand total of around about 26, 27 pounds down in the space of 4 months. And just looking and feeling so much better for it. So yeah, very normal week to come. I will be back again in the next one. Any questions, any queries, anything you want to know about, please do give me a shout. And as ever, I am more than happy to explain things, take questions, and even come up with some ideas for new content for the future. So, if you want to see anything in particular from me, whether it's more food related content, more gardening related content, or just simply more training footage or nutritional info, get those questions in and we'll make sure that we get them all covered for you.